Hello there, welcome to Tech. In this session, we are going to discuss about various types of sprinkler system according to actuation system. What you will learn. In this session, you are going to learn about pre-action sprinkler system. After that, deluge sprinkler system. So let's start. So as I already discussed you that we have a four types of sprinkler system according to actuation system. So two sprinkler system we have already discussed. Okay, wet pipe sprinkler system and dry pipe sprinkler system. Now the third one is pre-action sprinkler system. So what do you understand by pre-action sprinkler system? Pre-action system is just like the dry pipe system. Okay, in this system, the water is not stored in the pre-action sprinkler system. Same thing in dry pipe sprinkler system, what happened? Inside the pipe, we do not have water. Instead of water, we have a pressurized air. Here in pre-action sprinkler system is, here also inside the pipe, we do not have water. Instead, the water is kept from the piping by an electronically operated valve. When a fire is detected, the device opens the valve located inside the pipe to allow the water to flow out of the sprinkler system. And remember here, this system contains both a double interlocking mechanism as well as the pressurized air or nitrogen. This mechanism monitors the pipes for leaks as well as holding the water away from the piping in order to prevent an accidental release. Okay, so this is about pre-action sprinkler system. Now here it is written that pre-action fire sprinkler system employ the basic concept of a dry pipe system in that water is not normally contained within the pipe. Same thing in dry pipe sprinkler system, we do not have water contained within the pipe. Same thing in pre-action also. This system do not contain water inside the pipe. Okay. Pre-action pipes start out as dry pipes. They hold water back using an electronic pre-action valve. This system requires two events to happen before any sprinkler discharge. What are they? See, first activation. The pre-action valve will only activate when an independent fire detection system detects a fire. Okay. Upon alert, the pre-action valve releases water flow in and the system essentially become a wet pipe system. Okay. So here first activation already I have discussed. Okay. Now remember in short, if I tell you actually what is pre-action sprinkler system. So remember here some point. First, this system required additional fire detection system. Okay. And this system recognize fire before sprinkler activate, or in this system pipe containing air may or may not pressurized, and this pre-action system operate faster than dry system and it is more expensive. Okay, now here I have discussed that this system required two events to happen before any sprinkler start. First activation is what I have already discussed. So now see the second activation. Now that water is on deck, one or more individual sprinkler heads need to release to engage and discharge water. Now here some arrangement of pre-action sprinkler system is given. Here we have a pressure gauge. You can see here pressure gauge. Okay, all this arrangement and different types of fitting is given. Now the question is, why choose a pre-action sprinkler system? Why we are choosing a pre-action sprinkler system? What is the reason? So it is not uncommon for sprinkler heads to be falsely triggered It causes costly, irreversibly property and water damage. So these are the some disadvantages of using pre-action sprinkler system. Now the two event discharge requirements adds an elevated level of protection from such discharges. Okay. Also, the use of pressurized air or nitrogen in the piping system allows for the easy detection of leaks. So you can easily detect the leaks also by using this system. Now here it is telling the locations that house water sensitive property needs pre-access systems such as archival vaults, rare book libraries. You can see in this image it is showing you, and fine arts storage room and computer data centers. So there are many applications of using this system. Now here some disadvantages of pre-action sprinkler system is given. So we discuss one by one. So here it is written first, higher installation and maintenance cost. So this pre-action system are more complex with several additional components, notably a fire detection system. This adds to the overall system cost. Okay, that is why this system is the maintenance and installation cost of this system is high. Second disadvantage here written modification difficulties. As with dry pipe system, pre-action sprinkler system have specific size limitations which may impact future system modifications. In addition, system modification must incorporate changes to the fire detection and control system to ensure proper operation. Third disadvantages of using pre-action sprinkler system is a potential decreased reliability. The higher level of complexity associated with pre-action system, as we know that, so this higher level of complexity associated with pre-action system creates an increased chance that something may not work when needed. Regular maintenance is essential to ensure reliability. Now there are two types of pre-action system. As per NFPA 13, there are two types of pre-action system. What are they? First, we have a single interlock pre-action system. So what do you understand by single interlock? So remember here, this system requires a single proceeding fire detection event to occur. This event is almost always through the activation of a heat or smoke detector. Once this happens, the pre-action valves allows water to enter the piping system. If a sprinkler head activates before this, it will sound a trouble alarm, but no water will discharge. Okay. So this is our single interlock system. This system admits water to sprinkler piping upon operation of detection devices only. Now the second one, we have a double interlock pre-action system. What is this double interlock? Some businesses prefer the added layer of protection that a double interlock pre-action system provides. Double interlock system requires that a proceeding fire detection occurs in conjunction with an automatic sprinkler activation before water releases into the pipes. The activation of one alarm alone will not be enough. Okay. And this double interlock admits water to sprinkler piping upon operation of both the detection devices and automatic sprinklers. Now here see in depth about double interlock pre-action system. These systems are useful for the protection of extra water sensitive items that cannot afford to be lost, such as museum artifact system detects a fire. But they are complex setups that are high cost and high maintenance. Okay, remember. Without routine and diligent maintenance, these systems run a higher risk of malfunction. Also, their response time is slower than that of a single interlock pre-action or wet pipe system. Now, the next one is deluge sprinkler system. So, what do you understand by deluge sprinkler system? Here it is written, a deluge fire sprinkler system is similar to a pre-action system, except the sprinkler heads are open and the pipe is not pressurized with air. So in short, if I explain you about this deluge sprinkler system, so remember here some point for identifying the deluge sprinkler system. First, in this system, which we are using is of open type. Okay, and here in this system, pipes is empty, and fire alarm initiating device connect detector. And in this system, water store under deluge valve. Okay. Now here, remember one point. This deluge sprinkler system, the valve which we are using, a deluge valve. This valve, water always store under deluge valve, and this deluge valve manually shut off after the activation. Okay. Now here one question, that where we have to use this deluge sprinkler system. So generally, ideally, you can say this type of system we are using for a highly hazardous area. Okay, so this is about deluge sprinkler system. Now in deluge sprinkler system, generally we are using open sprinkler. Okay, and actuation is through normally closed deluge valve that is opened by the operation of a detection system installed in the same areas as the sprinklers. Okay, so the main concept is what? Deluge valve, remember. So what is a deluge valve? This is the question. So what is actually deluge valve? Here the image of deluge valve is given. So deluge valve are used in conditions that require quick application of large volume of water. Okay. So I think all of you understood about deluge valve, where we have to use, where we required quick application of large volume of water. They create a buffer zone in hazardous areas or in areas where fires can spread rapidly. Deluge valve protects areas such as transformer installation, storage tank, conveyor protection, and other industrial application, etc. Okay. Now here, deluge valve is a quick release hydraulically operated diaphragm valve. You can see in this image. Okay, it has three chambers isolated from each other by the diaphragm operated clapper and seat seal. Okay, here we have a manual valve. Water will enter to this inlet portion and exit from this outlet port. Okay, so while in set position, water pressure is transmitted through an external bypass check valve and restriction orifice from the system supply side to the top chamber, so that supply pressure in the top chamber act across the diaphragm operated clapper, which holds the seat against the inlet supply pressure because of differential pressure design. On detection of fire, the top chamber is vented to atmosphere through the outlet port via opened actuation device. The top chamber pressure cannot be replenished through the restricted inlet port. Thus, it reaches less than half the supply pressure instantly, and the upward force of the supply pressure lifts the clapper, allowing water to enter the system piping network and alarm devices. So this is some working of this deluge valve, how they work. Okay, now here you can see, here also we have a deluge valve. So my question is, how this deluge sprinkler system work? So remember, a fire detection smoke or heat, ultraviolet, infrared, optical flame detector system detect the fire and send the signal to the fire alarm panel to activate the deluge valve. Immediately the deluge valve open, which is connected to a water supply. Here, water flow into the piping system and start discharging from all nozzles and open sprinkler. After use, the deluge valve can be easily reset to normal operating conditions by draining the water remaining inside the pipe and valve body. Okay, so here I have explained about in short that how this deluge sprinkler system work. So deluge fire sprinkler system differ from conventional fire sprinkler system. Why? In the sense that all nozzle employed in the system are open. Okay? When water is released into the system, it flows from all discharge devices. Now, this special type of system is generally found within industrial type hazards that require the application of water over a large hazard or area. So here there are different application of using deluge sprinkler system. Flammable liquid handling system, you can use this system, or flammable liquid storage, where suppose if you want to store flammable liquids like petrol, diesel, so on that area you have to install deluge sprinkler system. And chemical storage area also, hydrocarbon processing plants, then refineries, fuel processing plants, oil extraction plants, separation distillation plants. So there are many application, okay, of using this deluge sprinkler system. In theater also you can install this deluge sprinkler system. Now the control of water is accomplished using a deluge valve, which is a device that prevents water from entering the system piping until required. A detection system which may incorporate the use of heat, smoke, or flame detector is used to open the deluge valve when a fire or its product of combustion are detected. So there are many advantages of using deluge system. Okay, the major advantages of using deluge fire protection system over other kind of system are: they can easily control rapidly spreading fire, very quick response as all fire sprinkler are open. Their operation can be made fully automatic. Deluge system being a dry system, no risk of frozen pipes. They can also be used in conjunction with foam concentrate for better controlling certain type of fire. Now the topics which we have covered in this session: first we have learned about pre-action sprinkler system in depth. After that we have learned about deluge sprinkler system. So this is all about the various types of sprinkler system according to what? Actuation system. Okay, remember in according to actuation system, generally this sprinkler system may be classified into four types. What are they? Wet pipe sprinkler system, dry pipe sprinkler system, pre-action sprinkler system, deluge sprinkler system. So we have discussed all about. I hope all of you enjoy the session. See you in next one.